Hello everyone!
Hey!
And welcome to Uncut Gaming.
Where we don't edit our videos or cut our hair.
Yes, we will soon though.
You're fabulous just the way you are.
Thank you. Apologies. And today we're gonna play Welcome to, which is a roll and write, or as I've heard in a recent episode, a draw and draw, which is a cute little pun.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yep.
We're still ironing out some kinks, so the microphone has changed location and we have like a new table.
A felt cover for the table, correct?
Yeah, I thought we hate felt.
Ha ha ha.
Anywho.
Yeah. All right. So in Welcome to, we are city architects. We are basically building 3 streets. Each street has a row of houses, and each house will hold a number, just like in real life. And just like in real life, each house has to have a number that is increasing in value. So the houses on the left should have smaller values. The houses on the right should have higher values, and they should increase as we go from left to right. We can skip numbers, so a 7 can be next to a 10, for example. We cannot duplicate numbers unless we do a special action.
Mm-hmm. And it's not exactly duplicating, it's different, but yes.
Yeah, we cannot put 7 next to a 7 unless we're doing something special. And our goal is to basically complete goals during the game.
Yes, our goal is to complete goals.
Yeah.
We have 3 randomly selected endgame goals. We haven't looked at them yet even. The first one is units of 6.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to the goal cards in a second, but basically we're gonna play an indefinite number of rounds. I'm gonna talk about what triggers the end of the game in a second. Mm-hmm. But basically, at the end of the game, we're gonna score up some sections, which I'm gonna cover next, and then highest points wins. Basically, now those components are fulfilling endgame goals, building parks, building pools. And then basically scoring estates. An estate is just an area of full houses with fences on either side of the estate. So each street starts and ends with a fence, but as the game goes on, we will be able to draw out fences at the middle of the streets. And then let's say I have 3 numbers here and a fence here. That basically creates an estate of 3. So every estate gets scored according to this little table below. And then we get some negative points if, for example, we use the number duplication action, that we lose some points. If we have no ability to write one of the numbers that we lose points, etc.
There's also something about roundabouts.
Yeah, and the roundabout is an optional variant which we turn on. And basically, if we use it, then we potentially lose some points. The end of the game is triggered whenever either of us, completes all 3 goals during the game, or when we, for the 3rd time, are not able to write any number. So if, for example, these 3 numbers came up and we are not allowed, and one of us is not allowed to legally place them, we need to cross this off. And if this happens 3 times, the game ends. And also the last end game condition, which is written here on the handy dandy player aid, is the fact that all houses have numbers. Basically, we filled out our entire 3 streets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just a thematic question.
A thematic question. Yep.
This should have been the other way around.
Yep.
Are we like when you make an estate? Is it like some comically rich family that just bought 4 houses and decided to fence it out? Or is it like a neighborhood?
No. It's an estate. It's a rich family.
So someone just said, fuck it, I want 6 of those buildings.
Those houses, yeah.
For me and my 700 cousins. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
sure.
Just like any roll and write, we will be drawing cards. So basically the game starts like this.
And we choose one of these 3 options, and once the option is chosen, we have these 2 actions available to us.
Right, and the options are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, and this one is mandatory and this one is optional, right?
Right. You have to write the number, and then optionally you can do the action on the bottom. So, for example, if I were to choose 8, I could put 8 wherever I want, and then do the optional action. Let's go over the actions real quick, and I'll use the handy dandy player aid for that. First off is the surveyor, which allows us to put down those fences that I mentioned before. So the number can be anywhere, and then anywhere else I can put in a fence. So that's a surveyor. The next one is the real estate agent, which allows us to increase the score of an estate size. So if you remember, I said that at the end of the game, each estate will score us points. For example, we start off with each 2-size estate scoring 2 points. But if I want to, I can use this action to cross off the 2 to increase the points per estate from 2 to 3. And I can do this for every size of an estate, starting from 1 and all the way to 6. So this basically increases our scores per estate. The next action is the bis, which allows us to duplicate a number. So if, for example, I have a 7 here, I can write next to it from the left or to the right of it, I can write 7 bis. That just means like a second entrance to the building. And this action basically allows me to increase the number of houses with numbers on them without having to rely on increasing numbers. But the downside is that I have to cross off one of these checkboxes, which will be negative points at the end of the game.
Yes. It ramps up to 4 points per bis.
Yep.
Which is a lot.
Next up, we have the temp agency, which allows us to pick the number.
Yeah.
And then increase it or decrease it up to 2. So this 8 can be turned into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How is a roadblock icon a temp agency?
It's a temp agency.
Okay, sure.
Yep, that's the reason.
And then you can also increase it by 0. You can just activate the temp agency and not manipulate the numbers.
Right, which is another way of saying that all of the bottom actions are optional in either case. Oh, but you're right. You could use it to increase it by 0. And whenever you use the temp agency action, you just cross off one of these rectangles. And then at the end of the game, whichever one of us crossed off the most, basically we use the temp agency the most, gains extra points, which is cool. The next section is the pool manufacturer. If we write the number at a house with a pool sort of infrastructure with it, we are allowed to circle the pool, meaning we built it, and then we get to cross off one of these checkboxes. And again, this will earn us points at the end of the game. And the last one is the landscaper, which will allow us to build greater and greater parks. Basically, at the street at which you wrote the number. So if I write this 8 here, the first street, I will be able to cross off the leftmost number, which will gain me points, and this can increase as well.
Yep.
That's basically it. Like I said, and game ends whenever one of us completes all these 3, or is not able to place any number, or when all houses are filled. Let me just talk about the end game abilities here. So this one requires 2 estates of size 6, as you can see here, 6 and 6. The streets themselves do not matter. This one requires an estate of size 4 and 3 separate estates of size 1. And this requires 1, 1, 1, 4, and 1 estate of size 5. And it's important to mention here that the same estate cannot be used for multiple objectives. So this would be, this 1 would, and this 4, for example, would have to be completely different from this one. And the first one to complete it gains the higher number, and then we just flip it, and then anyone else just scores the lower number of the 2.
Yes.
And I think that pretty much covers everything.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that you could have mentioned is that on the cards themselves, you have a small hint that tells you what's the next action you'll get. Mm-hmm. So looking at the cards, I can tell that we're going to have a park, and we're going to have a realtor, and we're going to have a fence next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get started.
All right.
Oh, first we have to name it.
Right.
It's called Welcome To because you can fill in the name of your neighborhood.
Ooh. So my neighborhood will be named Uncut Gaming. UG for short.
Wow. I I can't think of anything.
All right.
Let's just roll with it.
Yep. Okay. So choose any couple of cards. I'm going to choose the 2.
I'm gonna take the 8 with a pool because pools are not common enough to actually get you the maximum number of points. And since we both chose, I'm just gonna flip them. And now we have 11, 12, and 8.
So I'm going to choose the 12. And again, I'm choosing the 12. I can put a fence wherever I want. I'm going to create my first fence, let's say here.
Okay, and since we both chose, flipping.
So now a 9, a 1, and a 13.
A 1 is actually quite nice, in my opinion.
I'm going to choose the 13 and again increase this.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna take this time.
I'll take the 4 and the fence. So I'm gonna put the 4.
I'm gonna take the 14, but I'm gonna use its ability to manipulate it into a 15. 15 is the highest number, right? I probably can't manipulate it.
I don't remember. Probably. So I'm going to put the 4 right over, let's say, here. And then I'm going to put the fence right beside it, although I didn't have to.
Nope, you can put it wherever you want.
Now,
This is going to be a 9 with a park, because parks here are actually worth a butt ton of points.
So I'm gonna write down again, sticking with the fences, and the fence will go right here. Another 5 with a fence. Interesting.
Yep. I'm gonna park it. Parks are nice, aren't they, honey?
Parks are nice, that is true.
You can walk your dog in them, walk your baby in them. Whatever you want, we don't judge.
We don't judge. I'm going to put a 5 right here. And then I'm going to put a fence right here. I did mention the fact that optionally we can draw a roundabout, which is just taking any old house and putting a circle on it, and then it basically splits the street into 2, and then the rule for increasing numbers just starts over on both sides of the roundabout. All right, so I'm gonna take the 10 and turn it into an 11 and mark that I use the temp agency.
I took the 12 and I put a fence. That was like my first fence.
I'm gonna take the 3.
Yeah, I will also take the 3, though I will probably regret this.
And I'm gonna put it right over here. Okay.
I'm gonna take the 14. Oh, but then I won't get to pool it. Damn it.
Janet.
Screw the pools.
Dear Lord.
Pools are for straight people. There, I said it.
I'm going to use the 8 as a 6 and cross off another temp agency.
Can you do -2? Yes, you can.
What do you mean?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I thought it's -1 max.
Nope.
Okay, my bad. Could have done it earlier. Not that it matters. So we have a truck ton of 15s,
Yeah.
which is nice. 15s are very uncommon.
So I'm gonna use the 15.
I'm joking about that. There's even distribution.
And where do I want the fence? So that's a 1, that's a 1.
No, you want the park. Parks are nice.
No. I'm working with the fences for now.
La-di-da for you.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. Yes. Another fence with a 13 on it. And another 15 and a 10.
These are not numbers that I'm happy about.
So I'm gonna use, I guess,
But I'll deal with it.
I'm gonna put the 10 right here. And cross out this park. And then we have a 2 with a park.
We have a 2 of a pool.
We have a 2 with a pool. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
use it
said
as well.
it couldn't be done, but I did it. I have a 2 of a pool.
Yep.
That's it. I won the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I said a park by mistakenly. I just saw the park there. Okay. So a 7 with a fence.
I'm gonna take the 14
For me.
with the roadblock, because roadblocks are nice and they're majority afterwards.
So I think, just a sec, I think, so that's 1, 2, and, oh no, I don't have the,
You need to close off
Yeah.
another one, in my opinion. If you take
So
this
1 and a
fence,
1
you can.
and a 4. No, I do have a 1 and a 1 and a 4. So I'm going to use
But
it.
that's free ones.
A 1, a 1, a 1.
Oh, I didn't see
And a
the one
4.
upstairs.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's a 4. And I'm doing this line here so that we'll remember that,
Very good, honey.
yeah, that I,
You have 9 points.
so 9 points for objective number 2.
And I used this 14. Okay. No, I'm like, what the hell did I do this turn?
Yeah. A 1 with a fence. 11 with a best.
Or a 7. Don't forget the 7.
Yep. Let's do the let's do the 7 and increase the number of 4s. Okay.
Can I flip?
Yep.
We have an 8, a 6,
And
and
a
a
2.
2.
So
I'm gonna take the 6.
I'm gonna take the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the 1. This will be the 4, and this will be the 5. Okay.
And we have 5s, honey.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a 5. Now, I've completed this goal,
Ooh.
but I'm gonna take a second and choose where do I fence my next thingamabob.
So I'm gonna put the 5.
So this is 1, 2, 3,
let's
4,
say-
5, 6, and another.
Let's put the 5 over
6.
here, and put the fence over here.
So that's 10 points.
Ooh. Yep.
Are we flipping?
Mm-hmm.
We are flipping.
All parks all the way.
Well, I like parks.
Parks
as
are
we
nice.
mentioned earlier. Parks are important.
Yep.
I'm gonna aid it with a park over here. So I can never complete these parks, right? This is
Correct. Yep.
the- okay.
So I'm gonna put the, let's say, yeah, let's just put the park, the 8 with the park. Okay.
Copycat. So we have a 13, a 6, and a 7. The hell do I need a 7 with a pool?
I'm gonna put the 6 right over here.
I'm gonna do the 13
And then
with
put
a
a
pool.
fence over here. Okay.
We have a 5, an 11, and another 11.
11.
Yes.
So I will put the. I will put the. Let's say I'm gonna put the 5 over here. That's the 5 bis. And I'm crossing over this. Next.
Okay. It's good for you, honey. So now you have a 7, which is nice for you, a 1, and a 13. I'm gonna 13 this.
I'm gonna. So wait. So where's the? Yeah, that's the. Okay. So I'm gonna 1 and a park.
So now we have a 3 with a pool, with a fence,
Oh.
10 with a fence, and a 12 with a fence.
So I cannot put the 3 anywhere. The 10 can go, let's say, here. And the 12 can go in there. All right. Let's put the 10 over here. And let's not use the fence? Or, yeah, let's put the fence right over here. That's good.
Okay, I have also fenced something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 3 with a pool. God damn you, game.
6.
With a park, which is not horrible for me.
6 with a park is good for me.
So 1 row of parks is complete,
So I
which
think
is
I
nice.
completed this one. I'm gonna cross off this 1. Sorry, this 5.
Yes,
This 4.
yes.
And this 1.
Very good, honey. So you
That's
get
13 points.
Now all goals are complete, but none of us have all 3 goals.
Correct. And I'm not gonna be able to finish this one. So it's either you finishing these 2 or the 2 of us not being able to fill in numbers 3 times.
Yeah. This time we're just 2, honey.
So
Let's
do you want to move 1 over? Or split it or whatever? Okay. Okay.
So that's a 7, 7, and 4. Do you want a 7, honey? You look like you could use a 7.
I could.
The game does not like me. I'm gonna take the 4. But then I get a bis. I don't need a bis.
You don't have to use it. So that's a 7 and a temp agency.
But
Okay.
you've been bissing. You've been bissing a lot.
No, just once.
That's a lot.
Okay. Fair enough.
Don't argue with me. Okay, fine, I'm not bissing.
Okay.
Use the 4 though.
All right. Nope. Nope. Oh, I could use the 8. But will it help me?
12 and 6 with a pool.
Sure. Let's put the 8 over here and do this.
I have no use for 6 with a pool. Why do the pools not come in things that I need them in? Damn you pools. I use the 12. Okay, so we have a 9, a 7, and another 9. Let's just take like 1 over here and 1 over here so we can like finish them with dignity.
So I am going to use the 9 with the pool. All right.
I'm gonna use the 9 as an 11. Which we all agreed we can do. And the rules also stated, so that helps.
Yeah.
So that's a 6, a 9, and a 4.
A 6, a 9, and a 4. I have to cross this out because I cannot use none of them.
Yeah, but that means that we're like starting to close off the game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a bummer because I'm not even close. I'm gonna take the 4. I'm gonna place it over yonder and get a park.
I'm gonna
I think that these like should be here, and then we just shuffle the rest.
All right.
But yeah, shuffle them, honey. Make that sexy sound to the microphone.
Here we go. Hope you like it. Just one more.
Yeah, again. I really hope the mic did not pick that one up. It did pick it up?
I think it did.
I hope we can filter it out.
All right, I'll do my best.
Our neighbors are doing weird things.
That they do.
I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on there, but I don't know. Ew.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's just one general ew.
Yep. Okay. So we get a 6, a 9, and a 15. So I'm going to put the 15 over here and build a fence right over here.
I don't need any more 15s. Damn it. I'm going to take the 9 as a 10 and I'm going to cross out this so we can at least majority something. Why no fence me, honey? Why no fence me?
I have to cross another
Really?
checkbox out.
But I'm like a second away from one of the thingies.
I'm sorry.
I just need a fence.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna cross out another one, aren't you?
Sorry, yep.
So this is the last turn.
Yep.
You bitch.
Yep. But I'm getting -5.
You're still...
Hmm.
Boo. Okay, and that is it. Because Idan has crossed out free and is incapable of building, then we are done. So let's start scoring by order. First of all, we do objectives.
Yeah, the goals I get
21.
22. 22.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Not enough coffee today. I only get 10. And now for parks. I get 4, 14, and 6. So that's a 24. And you?
An 8.
A
So that's
measly 8.
30 for now.
I have 4 pools, so I get 13 points.
I get 6, so that's 36 for now.
I have 4 of those, so I get 7.
And I get 4, so that's an even 40 for now.
Yeah, and this is where I'm getting screwed over.
Right. So we just count up the number of estates per. I want to make sure that we do count estates that we use for objectives because
There's no way you don't count
Yeah?
them. The objectives aren't enough points to cover what you could get from the estates with the real estate agents. I'm not even joking about that. I mean, this objective, honey, is 6 points. There's no way that this crosses off
Right. True.
2 6-point neighborhoods.
Correct. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's an 8, a pathetic 5, and an amazing 24.
That's 15.
No minus points since I didn't miss anything.
I don't have any 2s. I don't have any 3s, I don't think. Nope. I have 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. And 5, I have 1 and 6, I have zeros. So, so that's 24. That's 24. That is 5. 40. It's 60. 67. 34. Minus 1, that's 83. Minus 5. That's 78. 78.
91.
Oh, wow.
How many minus points did you get? Not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot.
I don't know. That's the exact opposite of last time we played.
3 times 8. 1 times 5. Yeah, you won.
Yay! Unless I made a mistake somewhere, but I don't think I did. These helped. This is a larger jump in numbers than the others. For like an even amount of real estate agents.
Good.
So I went for that one.
Very good. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
What? Aren't we giving a mini review? Come on, you had stuff to say last time.
Yeah. So the pros of this game is that it can host like up to 100 players according to the box. But realistically, it can play a lot of players. And as long as everybody can see the cards, it's pretty much
As
okay.
many as you can fit on a table.
Yeah, and it's fun. There are more interesting objectives, which we didn't include here, but not just objectives that are based on estates, which I find more interesting than that.
Yeah, it was random, but some of them are related to pools or parks or other, and they can kind of shift your strategy.
Right. And then you have your basic selection of strategies. Do you want to go for pools? Do you want to go for parks? Do you want to go for estates? Do you want to use a roundabout in a good opportunity? So it's nice. It's not the best roll and write in the world, but as a roll and write enthusiast, which I am, I find it average plus maybe. As a not connoisseur of roll and writes, what do you think?
I think that's an understatement. I hate roll and write games.
Right.
I just don't like them. I find them dull. And
Yeah.
This one is pretty.
Yep.
I did.
Kudos for graphics.
Yeah, I just don't like the genre. I think it's a bit too dry. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna take something that light, you might as well play something, I don't know, more tactile like Potion Explosion, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, you do take it out more than other roll and writes. I mean, I think this is second to Ganz schön clever.
Yep. True.
So calling it average is like you still take it out more than others.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the playthrough and my smaller review.
Yeah, and let us know what you think about the new setup, because we have like a new friend between us. I'm not sure I like it, but at least we'll be heard, which is nice.
Which is important.
Being heard is nice.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot. See you next time. Hopefully we'll be with haircuts.
Or not.
Hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.